Hi, welcome to my kitchen, Lady Marie's Kitchen, here in the Bronx. I'm really excited to have you here to try new recipes, different foods, snacks, anything that might sound fun. So I have a couple rules. Some might be basic, some might not be, a little odd. One is I love to always have a cup of coffee on hand when I'm cooking, kind of calms the nerves in a weird kind of a way. I also like to have my kitchen clean, prep area clean, and my hands clean. So let me know, what kind of rules do you have when you're cooking in the kitchen? Do you have something on the side like wine, coffee, water? Let me know. I'm really excited to have you here, so let's get cooking. 1 cup of cavatappi. I don't have elbows, but hey, a noodle's a noodle. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Alright, so the recipe calls for 3/4 of a pound of any of your favorite ground beef or ground meat. I'm using ground beef today. So we're just going to plop that in. Make sure we are at 1 pound. Alright, the recipe calls for 3/4 pound of ground meat. I tend to like to do a pound. We have cavatappi noodles. I don't have elbow, which is what it called for, so you figure out what you gotta do. And 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. So let's get cooking. Alright, so the next step we need to do is cook our noodles. The recipe calls for elbows, 1 cup cooked. However, your girl does not have any elbows, so she has cavatappi. Cute little squirrely curly cues. Water's already going, so we'll just check on that. But you have to follow whatever the recipe says on how to cook noodles, depending on which one you want. So our cavatappi calls for 10 minutes, because I like tender noodles. So we'll just set the timer. And we're good to go. Alright, so we're supposed to put the tablespoon of olive oil in a 2-quart saucepan. I have this here, but I like cooking my meat in a skillet. I don't know about you, but sometimes you gotta stick with what you know, even if you're trying something new. So I'm gonna have this. Plop the little meat down. Wipe your little hands and get your favorite tool. I love this weird little spatula. It came from my mother-in-law and it is the best. I know it's not technically a spatula, it's a flipper, but you know what? I don't care. I come from the world that this is a pancake flipper, whatever, spatula. So let's just brown the meat. So, I don't know if you've noticed, I have my sponges hanging like this. Don't you hate it when sponges get that funky, stinky smell? So that happens from bacteria collecting, and I have tried all sorts of different like ways of air drying them, put them in the microwave, things like that. But you know what? One day I said, why not just let it drip dry? And I've had my sponges dripping in my sink. It's not really pretty, but it's a talking piece, as they like to say. So when you're done cooking and doing your dishes, you rinse out the sponge a little bit, get it out. These are not sponsored, but I absolutely love these. By Twist. It's completely compostable. Everything, when it's done, you can chuck it in your local compost, or if you have one, turn off the water and you clip it and it drip dries. And that's how we keep our sponges from getting stinky and smelly and gross. This one looks like it needs to start going into the composter. So these are my 2 kitten children. Lieutenant Sally McWhiskers, aka Whiskey. She's the tuxedo, she's 2 1/2. And our newest member Mr. Feeny, or Mr. Orange Feeny, or we call him Fifi, Fifo, the Fiends. He is prowling around because he is hungry. It's getting close to his dinner time. Alright, we are browning this meat. It doesn't call for me to season it even with salt and pepper. So we're actually going to do a fair review and not season the meat. So we're going to see how this turns out. Well, it says to heat 1 tablespoon olive oil in a 2-quart saucepan, which should have been that. Don't think this was enough noodles. Well, I didn't cook enough noodles, that's for sure, because I misunderstood it, and the package didn't tell me how much dry to make whole cup. So, you know what? We can always have leftovers. We'll just put this aside now that it's cooked. Change of plan. We're going to put the American chop suey sauce right in the skillet. You know, I really do enjoy cooking in skillet form when it comes to these. For me, it's a little odd to cook and brown meat in a saucepan. That's just my way of cooking. I think it's a little weird. Not that it's bad or good, just my way. So, and we also have the noodles. We're going to stir, blend this all together, and we're going to see what this whole American chop suey tastes like. Alright, this looks good. It smells really good. So here's hoping this can become a new treat. And the last part of the instructions says to add grated Parmesan. I don't have grated Parmesan, like where I go, so just use that. Sprinkle a little bit because I didn't really say anything specific. So we're gonna see. It looks good. It smells good. Let's see if it tastes good. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, whiskey and her hissing can't really help. But I have to say, Stonewall Kitchen's American Chop Suey is pretty darn good. A little disappointing that it's on clearance and you can't actually buy it. So this will be one of those things, if you see it, pick it up. It's not bad, like I said. I say, look-wise, it's meat, noodles, and tomato sauce. So I would say, a 5. Taste, a 5. Smell, 4.5. There's a little sour, but that could just be anything that's in the ingredients. But I have to say, definitely I recommend. So now, I'm going to see if the husband is willing to try. Let's see what his reaction. Alright. Well, until next time. Enjoy your food. Or try, depending if it's good or not. Thanks for coming.